All righty, are we live? Yes, we are. Tonight, we'll be rolling the dice and taking a big chance because we're inviting you for the first time ever to be able to call in live to this show, and we're going to make you a part of it. So hopefully, a few of you guys will take advantage of it and jump in right now.
Welcome to the Color Up Podcast. Whether you're a seasoned player or a beginner eager to step up to the table, this is your lucky podcast that's all about the thrill and strategy of the casino world. I'm your host, Jeremy. With me is Jim the Professor. Let's get rolling. Well, good evening, Jim. How are you?
I'm doing great. How about you, Mr. Color Up?
I'm here drinking tea. I'm getting over a cold, but otherwise, I'm doing good, I guess.
Oh well, you must have been we must have been having parallel bad body vibes because yesterday I had to go to the doctor because I broke out in hives all over myself. Yeah, it was pretty bad. I thought I was going to have to go to the ER.
It's all cleared up. You're good.
Oh no! They gave me some steroids, and after he gave me the steroids, it cleared up. But I took the ones in the morning, but I forgot to take the afternoon ones. And about 2 hours ago, I was like, wait a minute, I'm starting to feel itchy again. I was like, oh my God, I forgot to take the medicine. So I went back and took it. So it was. I
tried one of those call-in doctors, save money and all that. And I've done it once before. It was no problem. Like you call in, they're like, yeah, let me zoom in on your throat. Okay, let me ship you some antibiotics and be done with it. Well, 2 days ago I called in. It's $50. Okay, that's cheap, I
reasonable,
guess, to see a doctor. And then she literally just said, you should just go to a walk-in clinic or go see a doctor. I don't think I can diagnose you over the phone with your cough and head congestion and stuff. And I'm like, that's it? Like, so I'm like, I feel like I got cheated out of $50. Like, why? Yeah. I could have just went to the walk-in clinic for, I don't know what it is, 150 maybe. I don't know. But I'm like, oh my gosh, whatever.
Okay. Well, they got you.
Anyway, yeah, they got me. I learned my lesson for the call-in clinic guys. But it worked. It worked last year. I did it this time last year. All the temperature changes and stuff sometimes get you cold or whatever. And they drag on. Anyway, yeah, today is a call-in episode. We're going to test drive it. I know we've got a few viewers out there, so I'm going to actually splash up the phone number now up there right now.
So I was going to say, this is the live call-in number, and Jeremy has a certain cadence that he wants it set in.
Yeah, because it's a little different than phone numbers, but it might help you remember because it's, it's the most probable numbers, 678.
678, yeah.
Then the
7.
And then the horn numbers, 2,
3, 11, 12.
So I don't know. A lot of phones, I don't even know if you have the, the alphabet on there or whatever. But
yeah, maybe that spells something. We need to.
Well,
it
does.
It
yeah,
does.
I was trying to find. No, it does. It doesn't that I know of. I was trying to find like Color Up or Dice but I'm like, oh, this will be easy numbers to remember: 6, 7, 8, 7, and then the horn numbers.
We're already getting it, Jeremy, in the comments. I know we'll get to the comments. Yeah. Look on over.
Happy Sunday from the South.
Keep going. Yeah.
Crappy phone number. We got some crappy numbers in there.
Oh my gosh. We got from way across the pond.
Hey, Fran.
Fran, yeah, aka Green Day. So thanks for jumping on in and happy I guess it's already St. Patrick's Day over there. You're getting close, right? Like 5-6 hours ahead? Yeah. I guess it is. Right? 6 hours ahead?
And the phone line is open, so
okay, so they can call, and it goes right to you.
Right to our system. So we'll see if anyone's not afraid to jump in.
Yeah, so we got a lot of the regulars jumping in.
Yeah, we're gonna have to make up a topic or. Keep
talking. So again, if you're just getting here, we've got a new format. First time ever, we're trying it out. We have a live call-in, so we're inviting the audience to go ahead and make the call, and hopefully one of these people in the chat will be brave enough to call in. Yeah,
every once in a while, we'll just be like, hey, let's talk, or we'll just leave this to our normal monster roll or whatever. But anyone could chime in on the conversation and join us live. So
absolutely,
it might be fun.
It could be.
It could be, but if no one ever calls, it won't be that fun.
Oh my gosh! Yeah,
Very buyer. It should be you.
Yeah, it could be. It could
Don't
be
be
Ken.
afraid.
Yeah, it could be from across the pond. Could be from the Bills Mafia, our buddy Jeff.
6787, and then the horn number is 231112.
Yeah,
Don't be shy.
don't be shy.
Or it's more like a test. So this will not go out onto podcast. It is live on YouTube, so
And
Facebook.
Facebook.
Yeah, and Facebook. So it's going to be archived there, but you won't be officially on our out in the podcast world. So you don't have to worry about that if that's what's concerning you. But anyway, what else can we talk about, Jim?
Let's see. Well, we could talk about. Let's talk about what's coming up in the world of craps. I've seen a lot of chatter from a lot of the other YouTubers out there. There's a lot of changes taking place in the world of craps. We've got a lot of people with live tables playing. We have people with call-in shows. There are people doing dice show techniques. There's all kinds of stuff going on. So what would you...
Well, let's run through some of those. I don't...
Okay. All right.
Because
So,
I don't get a chance to pay too much attention to the YouTube world.
okay.
But
So
hold on, we got a call. We got a caller, Jim. So let's go ahead and pop them in. Welcome to the show.
Hey, first time caller, long time listener. How are you guys doing?
Excellent. Who do we have on the line with us, sir?
This is the Craps Master Journey.
Hey, how are you?
I thought it was
say that
Joe.
you guys are doing an awesome. Yeah, I just want to say you're doing an awesome job, every week, guys, and I enjoy listening.
Thank you. And you could you have your own YouTube channel yourself. So anyone
I
who's
do.
interested in checking out his journey, it's a journey. It's a Crap Master journey.
That's
that he
right.
Shares. Definitely check him out on YouTube.
and he's
anything
also
you'd
a
like
very
to-
handyman too.
Yeah, he built some stuff for the.
Yeah.
I just got to the casino. I had a $100 buy-in tonight, and I won $50 after 3.5 hours. So, $15 winner. Woohoo!
Wait, you're cutting in and out a little bit. Jim, is he coming in clear for you, or is he?
A little bit of cut in. I think I
but
heard
it
that
said
he.
$100 buy-in, 15 out, or 115 out, right?
400 in 15 hours.
Oh, okay,
Four.
Okay, a little bit
Okay.
bigger. So, what was your method there to clean up with that $15 win? A win is a win, by the way.
I won 300. I came back, and as soon as I got back to even, I got off the table. That's the message.
Okay.
That responsibility, and no, it's time to leave.
Yeah. Once you get back to even after being down so much, you can't be too greedy, right?
Yeah, it's a relief.
Correct.
It is a relief when you
Yes.
get back. Was that at your local?
It is. Yeah, in Green Bay.
Okay, awesome.
What are the tables and casinos, or what is the minimum table limits usually there in Green Bay?
They just lowered it to 15 or down to 10. It was
Okay.
15 for a while. On holidays and weekends of 5. But it's back down to $10 today. So that was a nice blessing to see.
I'm seeing that across the country. People laughed at me when they said, "Oh, once they go 25, they'll never go back." And I'm like, trust me, once the economy shifts or people have to compete with others and they got to draw in, the tables will come back down. I mean, so I'm glad to
The
hear.
unfortunate with Green Bay is they actually have the same type of table as Seattle has, which is that plexiglass top with the felt on top. It's not like a rim, but it lights up underneath. So with
Yeah.
different numbers, it lights up what pay and everything. And it's not a very easy table to roll on.
Yeah, I've yet to see that out on a craps table. I've only seen that on roulette tables.
Yeah.
Yeah,
This is I only heard the Seattle one, and now they have it in Green Bay now for 5, 6, 8 months now. So
and that's the only table they have.
yes.
All right.
But anyhow, just want to say thanks, guys.
Yeah.
You were doing a great job.
You're officially our first
yeah.
caller. We thank you
Man,
very much.
props.
I figured.
Mad props.
I had to get the ball rolling here for you.
Well, thank you for breaking the ice.
Yeah. See, it's just that simple, just like Craps Master Journey did. So we'll talk to you soon, and we appreciate you watching, sir. Thank you.
Okay, thanks a lot, guys.
Bye, Joe. Yep, we'll see you. Hey, Jeremy, and one thing I think we should mention is if somebody's on the line
Yeah.
and somebody else calls, Then it goes.
Oh
what?
yeah, I don't know. I'm assuming that it goes to voicemail, which is like, hey, leave a message, or I
Okay.
give the times. But during our live show, if it doesn't go through to us, then just try again later.
And then it'll ring in
Yeah, it should.
on there. So you think table minimums as a general direction are going down right now?
I'm hearing. I mean, there's multiple. The Palms announced, hey, $5 table all the time. I think it was South Point said $5 table for now on. And there's a lot. I'm hearing a lot of $10 versus $15. A small jump, but that's significant in someone's as far as bankroll.
Oh, yeah.
Goes. We talked about that last week.
Mm-hmm.
So it makes a big difference. Going from 10 to 15 is a 50% increase of how much money you need to bring.
Yes.
And it's $5 tables still existed. They were super rare over the last couple of years, but they still existed because they are still profitable. They are not. They make money for the casino. So it wasn't like, well, we've got to raise our prices to 25 so we can make a buck. That wasn't the case. It was a case of supply and demand.
Yes.
They went to $25 because, they were limited. Hey, state laws. Hey, you can only have social distancing.
Three people
you can
per
only
side
have three
or
people
whatever.
per side, or whatever. So there became a supply and demand where they got to go to 25. But they didn't. The staffing didn't change. They're still paying the dealers, minimum wage
Right.
plus tips. So nothing has changed in the economy of the craps tables except for the greed that they could take advantage.
Did you play during the COVID times on the
A
tables?
couple times, yeah.
Did
I
you-
played at places with dividers? And
Yes.
all that kind of
And did
silly
you have to like reach underneath one to throw the
Yeah,
dice?
sometimes
Yeah.
it was like you got to reach around and
Yeah, ours. Yeah, I played on a few of those, and it was pretty crazy when they first came out. The most restrictive was in Delaware, where they had plastic around you and then plastic in front of you and down the side, and you had to bend your arms and try to throw it. I mean, it was a
Oh,
guy
wow,
like
okay.
Joe,
Cool
dice
and
controller nightmare right there.
yeah,
DI
and then,
nightmare.
they would clean the dice like for every new shooter, but the chips.
Never
the
touch the
probably
chips.
Most
Yeah,
disgusting,
disgusting
thing.
thing.
In the whole
Oh, we're
casino.
shuffling them all over the board. It was just crazy town. And we're
Yeah, so not
5-year
to turn
anniversary. Yeah.
Yeah. Not to turn this into like a COVID bashing, whatever. They did what they had to do or whatever to keep things going. But the point is, $25 is that was, and I,
A lot of
I've made
money.
a couple of videos that I'm like, just say no, just boycott the $25 table. But I had a good feeling that they were going to come down on some places, and they are, I think. So I'm glad
That's
that he's
good.
gone from 15 to 10 a little bit.
Absolutely. And don't forget, you too can be a part of this show just like Joe at Craps Master Journey. All you have to do is call it 678-723-1112. So 678, the most common numbers, 7, the most common numbers, and then the horn numbers, 23-1112. How about that? That sound kind of spunky.
Yeah, that was beautiful. I love that.
Yeah,
You're
a
like
little
pro.
cadence. Yeah, a pro in my
Jeff asked,
mind.
where did you cruise from? I don't know if he's asking someone else's question. Or...
Oh, he's Wary Buyer Ken. Maybe he's at an airport. Maybe
Yeah.
next cop podcast.
Yeah, I don't know.
Did you go on a cruise
My
lately?
banner goes away.
Oh, did you go on a cruise?
I haven't.
No.
I'm going. I'm going on the Alaskan cruise. That's my next scheduled cruise.
Okay. My next scheduled is Bahamas again.
Okay,
Yeah.
it's not a bad place to be, especially
No.
during this time of year.
We'll take it.
Well, I guess I don't know when you're going.
Well, we're not going to get specific on when this is because whenever you're listening to this, it's right now.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, where he's coming back from Carnival.
Okay. Canaveral. Okay. So, general direction is tables going down all across the country, in your opinion. What else? Where else would you
I don't
like
know.
to
Well,
go?
you started saying
Yeah.
there's all kinds of things happening
Oh yeah. So there's
in the YouTube world, I guess.
now I did see where Casino Quest and John are partnering up on some stuff.
John
as
at
far
Pro
as
Craps?
John at Pro Craps with
Okay.
some math, and he's doing a great series. I'm gonna give a big shout out to him because his series on math, I think it's called Casino Math 301, is just awesome. It's just like a great statistics class, and you could see why he's so successful as an educator. And he did a masterful job with it. He used the chips, he used bags, he has good visuals, and I've been listening in the car when I'm driving to him. So a lot of people focusing on the math right now. Math
Nice.
is a very important part of the game, as we've talked, and everybody who's talked about it. Math.
So what's the collaboration with Casino Quest?
So I'm not
Or is
100%.
it just part of that?
I think it's going to be part
301?
of his. No, I think his 301. I think John is going to be partnering with him, and I know the other person who's partnering with him is Brian from. Why am I going? Holy Roller Brian with the cruises. I think he's going to have some involvement with there. So they're pairing it up with Casino Quest to get some people out, and I think there's like a little thing where they teach them how to play at Casino Quest, and then they go out. It's like a school or something for first timers, and then they go out and play at a local casino with the new skills that they've learned. So it's kind of interesting.
They've got like a class or something you join. I think they offer it like once a month. I looked at it. It didn't work out last month, but I might do it.
Yeah, I think I might try during.
Not that I need to, but it would be
yeah.
fun to kind of see how it worked out.
Mhm.
Did someone say cruise? Look at you say cruise and Holy Roller pops in.
Yeah, Brian should not only.
Yeah,
was he
Brian.
our-
Brian is willing to call us. Brian, give us
Brian,
a call.
yes.
6787, and the horn number is 231112. He'll jump on the phone.
I'm certain he will.
It's a new feature we have here on the Color Up podcast, so you can join us live, and we'll see how that works out.
Yeah, and he was our first guest host, so it's only fitting that he'd be our second caller.
Okay, how's that fitting, Jim?
Oh my! But yeah, I've been watching a lot of videos and
What else? What other topics have you seen? Noticed?
Let's see what else has been going on. Of course, the dice control is always one that's out there. I know our good buddy Jeff at Mid Atlantic Craps. He's been partnering with another YouTuber, and they've been showing the different tosses in sets on where the how to be successful on that. And as everybody probably knows, I'm not the biggest believer in any of that, but I'm rooting for everybody on that as well. But I do find it rather entertaining. And,
I had a comment this morning that said it was a very particular question because he said, "Is it a waste of time?" And I said, "Well, it doesn't hurt to try. If it's a waste of time, that's for you to decide." But I just said there's no profession
waste.
from it.
Yeah, I was going to say waste of time is one question. Waste of money is another question entirely.
Yeah.
So
there's lots of teachers on YouTube that'll show you some stuff, but
yes,
it's
let the buyers
another
beware.
conversation if you're paying a couple $1,000 to be taught it. I don't know.
Yeah,
Makes it more fun for you. It's not a waste of time. Yeah, I agree with you, Dewey.
yeah, no problem. Like I said, rooting for everybody at the table. So those were the big things that I've seen here lately that's been out and about. And then, of course, Brian at Hawaiian Crap Shooters, he continues. He put another one out today. I did not get a chance to join in. I was just on for a couple minutes, had a busy day. But, yeah, he continues to have his live rolls from his place over there as well.
Justice Jen said, the problem is if I bring up this comment, then our number goes away. Focus on winning money instead of comps on a cruise. Comps come naturally from playing. Interesting comment. For me, that is not the case at all. Well, we got callers, so let me take that first.
Okay.
Got to get to our podcast call, and then we'll get to Justice Jen's question. So you're on the air live. Who do we have with us?
This is Brian Blue Roller. What's up, guys?
Hey, Brian.
Hey.
This is the perfect call for the comment I have from Justice Jen just now. So I don't know if you could see it, but she said, "Focus on winning."
Jen. I call it just ice.
Just ice.
Focus on winning.
Yeah, focus on winning instead
Yes.
of comps on a cruise, because comps come naturally from playing. And then she followed up with, that her wife plays 1 hour a day at most, and she gets free comp offers on every cruise line. So what are your thoughts on that, Brian?
As far as getting free cruises, that can work. But if you want to earn points that give a bunch of free play, as far as extra money to play with, you want to focus on points. And you have a Justice Gen bankroll, just play.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say is, like, for me, that's not the case because I'm going to be playing low ball, maybe the 6 and 8 or a pass line if I was just playing, right? And, my average bet size is, $30. And if I play 2 hours a night, that's 60 points over a 5-night cruise. That's 300 points. That's not going to get you anything. So,
Right. Yeah, and I think if you have the mindset of playing, and I think you guys talked about this last week, but the mindset of playing to win money and just letting the point come, you have to have a bigger bankroll to play with because you're not going to win. A lot of people trying too little amount of money to the table and they're going to win, but it's really just a slow lead. So unless you're going to get all the numbers and get a good and try to roll, I don't think you can really win at craps. I know that's kind of a downer. Like, you need a little bit of a bankroll to get all the numbers for more options. If not, just going to have like the 6 and 8, $24 out there and not really get a lot of points. You can win, but you won't get a lot of points.
Can I make a comment, Jeremy?
please.
So first off, Brian, I want to say
we do have to fix the connection because apparently this Bluetooth connection is not that great. Because
the
second one.
No. But what I was going to say with Brian's voice, it sounds like you're calling in on some kind of recorded line trying to hide your identity because it's dropped you a couple octaves, I think, which is pretty cool. So that's one observation. Number two is I was gonna jump on the Justice Gen side, and I agree that you will get some free offers when you do it. When you just play it all, you'll get a card every month, every 2 weeks from all the different
essentially
cruise lines.
They want like 200 or 300 points because they say to maintain if you get 200 to 300 points. So yeah, if you get 200 to 300 points, you should get some mailings or offers. So yeah, that part is true.
That part is true, but I do agree with you that once, because I've done it one time, you get a lot more choices from making the different point levels. Although
you go from 3-day Bahama to choices all over the world, 6 to 9 nights.
But you do get some 5-6 day ones also. And I only went. I did the sister company. I got the certificate from Royal Caribbean one time. I get offers from Carnival all the time. I get offers from Royal all the time. And also, I went on One Time Celebrity, and I get offers with them. Oh my gosh, yeah, Brian.
I don't know I don't know if it's the phone and the Bluetooth connect, but it is like it's like chopping these guys. So hopefully, I tried a wired connection,
but it wouldn't work. Right?
So I went to my sister. I took out my headphones. Maybe that was it. I don't know. Does it sound the same?
You sound more like yourself, but it's still cutting in and out a little bit.
Ah.
So
I will say the reason I like to play for points is because when I do the $200 deposit and get the booking bonus, it comes with free play.
Yeah.
So that my cruise is actually, I like to think of it as my cruise is actually free. Because if I give a $200 deposit and get $1,000 worth of free play, I would like that rather than just get a free cruise and not spend $200 to get $1,000 worth of free play.
Yeah, see, you're on a whole nother level because you're earning 3,000, 4,000, 5,000 points where you are getting $500 plus in free play. I think the most I've ever earned in free play was like $150, but that's still, $150 is pretty significant free play. So So yeah, she has a
Yeah,
point.
your $200 deposit, that $2 deposit goes towards the taxes and port fees.
It's a wash.
Getting 150 of it to play for free play. Yeah.
Yeah. No, I will say, like, this is when I play hedged for comps on a cruise, it literally is just for the points and because I think it's worth it. I do not play this way at land-based casinos because I completely agree with Jen that the comps are not worth it to play at high level for a long period of time. They're just not worth it. It's just a little caveat that I think on cruises it is worth to play high dollar to earn the higher points. So, but yeah, I don't play.
And
I would recommend nobody do not play for comps anywhere else.
Yeah, but a cruise.
Yeah, right.
But I will say I agree with Jen. On the last night, I played to win money. So usually by last night, I have all the points I know I need, or maybe I might need a couple. But I definitely play different on the last night because that's when I am playing for me.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there you go.
Yeah, I mean it's fine. I've tried it. I've tried it your way one time, and even though I won the free cruise, I actually almost prepaid for the free cruise. So yeah, it was a little bit of a wash on that one. So it's tough.
Dewey asked, are land-based casinos stingier with comps for hedge strategies? And Brian, you can answer this, but my answer would be not that they're opposed to hedge strategies. It's just if you play, let's say, $100 per hour on a cruise and earn, let's say 2,000 points. So you've, whatever, 100 for 20 hours. Is that right? Yeah, $100 for 20 hours on a cruise. And you've earned 2,000 points. If you spend 20 hours at a $100 average bet at the casino, you may get like, hey, a free night or a discounted night or
A couple Diet Cokes.
yeah, you're not going to get a $2,500 cruise for the Greek Isles for two.
And you're not going to eat all day for free, and you're not going to drink all day. And they're not going to put you up for every night. Yeah, I agree on that.
What are your thoughts on that, Brian?
Yeah, I always say in a land-based casino, you have to spend thousands of dollars, get hundreds of dollars worth of comps. But on a cruise, you could spend hundreds of dollars to get thousands of dollars worth of comps. Totally different.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I agree. I will say this: the Vegas Day Tripper had a comment up there earlier.
I'm going to go ahead and let you go, Brian, but appreciate you calling.
Yeah,
in. I
thanks,
wish it wasn't
Brian.
like
All right,
chopping
thanks.
off.
I don't know. I tried it with six with my hair. I guess it's all the sound.
Yeah. I think it's this Bluetooth thing here. I don't know. I've definitely got to figure out how to get the
All
hardwire
right, have a good one,
connected for
guys.
next time.
All
Thanks,
right,
Brian.
bye, Brian. Thanks for calling in. And again, that's Brian with Holy Roller Craps there. But yeah, I wanted to get to Vegas Day Tripper, and Jen commented on that one too. Let me click on that. Let's see, is it gonna work? Let's see. He's throwing comps out the window this year, and I'm going to agree with you a little bit because of what I discovered. So last year at DiceCon, I spent a week in Vegas, and I had to move between 1, 2, 3 properties to get comp rooms for them. And this year I'm going to be spending a week in Vegas, and then actually a little bit more than a week because my wife's going to come fly, and then we're going on our cruise. But what I did was I looked up, if I just Googled some of the same places I get comp rooms at, the fees or the room fees for June when we're going, it's not that high. And I felt like, if I just went in there as Joe Blow, I wouldn't feel the pressure where I have to feel like I'm obligated to play to get to some comps. So I think I played at enough places between the few places that we played at When I first started going to Vegas, I always stayed at Caesars or MGM properties, and then I stopped playing at MGM properties so much and went to the Caesars properties, and I felt like I was getting a lot more rewards with them and free play and stuff because they're, easier for me to get to here in my little part of the world. But then this past year, I went and did the downtown experience. We stayed at Ellis Island the first night for DiceCon, and we went downtown. I stayed at Golden Nugget, and between those properties and the D down there, I think I'm not going to worry about those comps and feeling obligated to drop money to play at each one of these places. So
Did you get? I mean, you got comps from them from playing last time.
yeah, I've got comps. I've got room offers. I'm trying to decide where I'm going to be staying.
So
just
you, I mean, you're not a huge player, but can you
Yeah.
give us a little information with like kind of what you're buying is and kind of.
So my buy-in typically is $300 on a $10 table, and I try to make it last as long as I can. And
So how long would you normally get to stay?
so I'd depends on the property, but like I get 3 nights for comp free on those.
No. I mean, like for instance, let's say.
Oh, at the table playing.
Yeah.
Oh, for $300, it depends. Sometimes I get on there and we're rolling good, and I can play for 2 or 3 hours with my money, and then other times it's an hour, and it's hey, thanks for the Diet Coke.
So if you
and
played
gotta
for an
move on.
hour, did you still get the comps?
Oh yeah. I would get the comps. I
Oh,
think.
that's pretty good. I mean,
Yeah,
if you
'cause
just
I-
lose $300 and you got room offers.
Yeah. Lose $300, and you got room offers from properties where I just like. But you know what? Some of those places I don't really want to go to because I have a negative experience there, losing money. I'd want to go back to the places where you won, that kind of thing. Oh, here we go. Podcast.
Hello, caller. You're on the air.
Hello, gentlemen.
Who do we have with us?
Tin Man.
Tin Man.
Hey,
Thanks for
Jeff.
calling in. And you notice so far with him, his voice is not chopping, so maybe it is the caller's phone and not me, but we'll see.
I'll say you guys sound perfect, man. So, yeah, I don't know. Those first calls were tough.
Oh no! See, you're cutting out too. So your call is just as tough.
Oh, boy.
So it's definitely on my end that I got to get fixed before next week. But that's part of this experiment test. Anything you'd like to add to the conversation since we have you on the air?
I just wanted to say hello, from the Mafia.
There you
Yes.
go. Okay.
Yeah. And your buddy re-signed and took a little less money. He could have squeezed another $5-10 million out of those guys, and he said, "Nah." He said, "What's $5 million going to do to my life?" So that was nice.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
I wish I had those problems.
Yeah, we wouldn't be talking about comps and hotels, would we?
Right. Ooh, 3 free nights.
Oh yeah, free.
Okay.
Yeah. I just went on a cruise a few years ago, and yeah, I was doing Brian's, lighting the fest, and I kind of want to say I just preached for a cruise.
Oh no! What
That
cruise
was
line was it?
for me.
You cut out there.
Was it Royal?
Oh, we've done Royal, Royal
Okay.
Caribbean.
Okay.
And you ended up prepaying for one.
Yeah, so I had 1,000 points into it, so the 1,500 points that also pushed me into Prime, so I should get some sort of free.
Yeah,
extra
you'll get.
cruise.
Yeah, on April 1st, you'll get an offer to choose anything they offer. They have a couple blackout dates, but you'll get a very good offer, at least for hitting that 2,500 point thing.
I'm looking forward to that. If I hear you can go on pretty much any ship that's been out for at least a year.
Yeah,
Hopefully
the
this
brand
might be
new
my
ones
way
you
to
won't
get
see,
onto-
but anything else, yeah, is what they say.
And pretty much anywhere too, right, Jeremy?
Yeah. If you want to go to Japan or Greek or Barcelona or Australia, yeah, they should all be on there, all on the list. So 7 days or less. But yeah, I'm going to get a 7-day
that'd be-
European
that'd-
cruise is what I'm going to pick. I can tell you right now.
Oh, that'd be fantastic.
Yeah, absolutely. But that is another
Someday
way
when
to
I got a little more time.
Yeah, that is another way to approach it, is not necessarily that you have to win a big cruise every time. But if you could just do, to keep the free offers going, and you can get 500 points each time. Well, I don't know. Let's say most people could go maybe 3 times, I guess, a year. I don't know. That's even pushing it. I don't know how much time people could take off for cruises, but yeah, hitting that 2,500 point threshold to then get that Prime certificate is a big deal, I think.
Yeah, it'll be my first time getting, so I'm excited to see what the odds are.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, you'll definitely need to let us know where you end up going and decide once the offers come in.
Yeah, and there,
Well,
I guess I don't know how quickly things fill up, right? But it's first come, first serve type thing after April 1st. So you gotta make that decision, pull the trigger, and pick your spot, your exotic cruise. You got to figure out what time you can get off of work or whatever.
Right. Yeah. I work outside for a living, so every year my wife decided to do a warm vacation in February or March or so, just to get me through the end of the winter.
Yeah, there you go.
I work up here in Buffalo, New York. So as soon as I get this ticket, I will look at booking something in February or March.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah,
get it
That's
on
awesome.
the books right away.
Hey,
Exactly.
can I let everybody know a good, fascinating fact about Jeff the Tin Man? He is one of the world's best bettors on women's tennis that the world has ever known. I think he went 4 out of 5 and nailed it. And he made some money off of that. How he knew about it, I don't know, but he is an expert at it. And I've got that refund coming to you, whatever it was, the money that hit for you, because he had to leave before he could cash it in. There was one that was hanging in the balance, but I think he's got like $12 coming to him or something like that. So
Brian
I'll make
corrected
sure
me.
you get it.
The release date for those offers is April
That one-
25th, by the way. Just correction there.
Okay. All right. Thank you. Jim, that money was for you. I want you to take your out, to dinner or someplace nice.
Oh,
Just
wow.
think about me when you're eating
I will
your
do that.
nuggets or something.
And think about how he pulled off the women tennis.
Yeah, I was.
Yeah.
I like it. If it's 2 years in a row, it's no accident. I'll tell you that. So hopefully
try
you can
again
jump
this
on.
year.
Yeah, try it again. Let's see what happens.
All right, thanks for calling in.
Yeah.
We'll see you,
All
Joe.
right. Have a good night. See you later.
Bye.
All right, bye. Yeah.
So it's
he
kind
crushed
of
it.
working, the call-in, but it's kind of not working.
Yeah.
You would think that the Bluetooth, it's like 1 foot away, and I don't know why the hardwire didn't work, but I'm assuming that's got to be it.
Mm-hmm.
How unfortunate.
Yeah. Maybe we'll try again with something else. Maybe there's a reason why nobody else does this. You
Yeah.
know?
I don't know. I mean, it's a simple USB-C,
Mm-hmm.
but it might have to be USB-C 2.0 or, all these cords nowadays.
Yeah.
I don't know, whatever. What are you going to do?
I'm not going to let it upset me.
No, this was an experiment day. So, and it's
Oh,
fun to
here-
hear from people.
Yeah, hey, I got one from Shep up here, a comment we can talk about. He said he played for an hour at Palace Station and received an offer for 3 free nights. So I think all these places are very competitive. If you go in there and give them your information, get a player's card, I think at a minimum, no matter if you're low ball or whatever, I think you're going to get some nights.
There's a couple factors in this.
All right, let's hear
So
it.
one, they're a lot less stingier than they were 4 or 5 years ago
Because of COVID.
because of COVID and competition now. Again, they've got to draw on the customer. They don't have a supply and demand problem anymore. And 2, you'll generally find this when you go to a property for the first time.
Okay.
So if you're a a newbie, you really don't have to play much to get the second trip, then to get you back a second time, that second offer.
Okay.
Once you come back for a second time and you don't play that much, that's when the offers dry up quick. So
They cut you off there.
yeah, they're typically, I've found, and that's from what I've heard from everybody, is they're very generous the first time visiting their property. And they want you to come back and see if you're a real player for them. And then, if you only spend $100 again or something, you won't see the offers. But they tend to be, if you're a first time visitor to a property, they're usually more generous than not. So,
Okay. And maybe if when you go to a place like Vegas, maybe you spread it out a little bit. You hit the MGM properties, you hit the Caesars properties, and some of the smaller groups compared to those guys, the Boyds and those kind of properties, and then maybe some independents. And I think if you go to a few places like that, you can string enough offers to where you'll be able to stay for free, I think. So
Jen says at some point you're just winning free cruises just for the sake of free cruises. So she has an excellent point in that. So there's different. See, this all kind of originated from Brian, right? And this is what his channel is about, is cruising. So he's got to keep the ball rolling. He keeps going on cruises. Not that it's not enjoyable, but you know what I mean? He keeps going. Me, it's kind of the similar situation. Like, I have a YouTube channel. It makes sense for me to win a free cruise, to go on a new free cruise, and whatever. And because I'm self-employed, I can schedule that. She has an excellent point where it comes to, this isn't the life of most people. Most people have, 2 weeks off for the year.
okay.
4 weeks. So maybe they do some other vacation. They can only do one time a year or whatever. So she has a great point in that it doesn't make sense to earn, you know what I mean?
More than 2 or 3. Yeah.
Right. To worry about trying to kind of maneuver the system to get multiple offers. Like, you need maybe one offer so you can take off work next year and do again, right? So you can do maybe, like you said, 1 or 2 cruises a year.
Yeah.
So,
For a
we're
minute-
in a little different situation, come from a different perspective.
Yeah.
We're like,
For a minute there, I thought you were trying to get us to feel sorry for you and Brian.
no,
you're going
I'm
on
just
so many
saying we're
cruises.
very lucky,
Flexible. Yeah,
and
you're flexible. Yes.
in our careers and where we're at. So, it isn't fair, and I think she gives me a good perspective there with that comment that and they're not free because they start adding up the hotels and stuff. My wife's like, why can't we go every month? It's like, well, because you got Ubers and hotels, and it's they're not free as much as we like. But that is a good point of view in that just to win a free cruise is not really whatever. It's to go and have a good time when you can. It's an amazing vacation.
Oh, I love it. I didn't think I'd enjoy cruising because I'm always that guy who goes to the party, and I'll never park in the driveway at the Christmas party because I don't want to get stuck or blocked in. So I'll park on the street. So that way, if I need to get away or want to get away, I can. But and that's what my view was of cruising. But when we went on our first one for our 25th wedding anniversary, I just fell in love with it. I've been on cruises. I went on one to Bermuda this past summer, and it felt like I was gone for 2 weeks, and it was only like a 6-7 night vacation. But it came back so refreshing and everything. So, yeah, I really love the whole cruising thing, and there's a reason why it's exploding in popularity and why they're raising the prices on a bunch of them, and why Carnival and Royal are duking it out to see who's going to be number one. So it's a really fun vacation.
If you ever done like a family vacation, right, where it's like, okay, we're all going to Myrtle Beach, right? And it's like, you go out to eat. Oh, all right, where are we going to eat? And how are we going to divide the check between all the families? And okay, some people are staying at the condo. Some people are staying at hotels. And, okay, we got to stop and get waters. We got to go to the drugstore to get this and that. It's like the cost, it adds up so much, and it's so inconvenient. And
to get there, I know getting there and driving back.
It's the same thing. You still have to travel.
There. Yeah, it's the same. So that part is the same.
But the cruise is like, you get on, it's like, okay, what happens over the next 7 days is what it's all there for you. So
and you got so many choices. You can go, if you want to go on the super cheap, you can go on the interior rooms. You can go balcony. You can go porthole with a little view of it. If you got a suite there, It's incredible.
Let's see. We got a bunch of comments that I should.
Oh
probably
yeah,
go through.
they're rolling through too.
Yeah. We got some today. I guess it's officially a cruise show. It's live calling and cruise.
No, it's not. It's not officially cruise. We're just
No.
talking about it. Yeah.
At some point you're okay. We talked about
Yeah,
that
we're talking
one.
about
And
yeah, Ocean View. That's what she.
yeah, Tina got a good certificate.
Yeah.
right? And she didn't play that much. I think she said earlier, like 3 or 4 hours.
Yeah.
And she walked away up, which is the big key. Incomes aren't keeping up with inflation. Maybe gamblers are more sparse. Maybe comps will create some demand.
That's a good point.
There
Inflation's
has been some
crazy,
reports
yeah.
recently that inflation dropped a little bit, but
maybe
it's
that's
been
why
it's been off
table-
the chart.
Maybe that's why table minimums are coming down, because people have to spend money on eggs.
Yeah, exactly.
yeah.
I mean, that's part of it. If people are making decisions over, I got to pay my rent and food. I'm not,
You're
I
not
don't
going to
know.
Vegas.
I
You're
haven't
not going
seen
to
the reports
cruise
lately, but
I
for
think
a while
the
there.
first month, I think it's been coming down, but we'll
Okay.
see.
I know the
and
last 2 years, it's just they've been on a roller, just straight up these Vegas casinos as far as.
And let me
taking
throw
your
that,
money.
and I'm going to tie this in. Thank you so much, Jen, for the offer. I think I'll be able to tie them together and make it happen. I don't think I can stay at one place for 8 days, but I just want to say this. This is one of the cool things about the Color Up Club is the great people who are in there, and they're so generous with their time and with their resources and stuff, because we've got a lot of people from all over the country, all over the world. It's already in tomorrow in some parts of the world for some of our listeners, like Fran. But yeah, they're just a great group. So anyway.
Hey, Brian, I don't know if you heard my rant about we're kind of in a different situation, and maybe you don't need a free cruise every time you go on a cruise. It's a legitimate point for people who can only do one
or two a
year.
year, or three. I've had
Right.
some years I think we stuck in three.
You come in from a different lifestyle perspective. So,
Yeah,
all right. Vegas Day Tripper says,
couldn't
as
follow
a table
up.
game player, I was hardly getting anything from the strip properties anyway, so I'm leaning away from booking rooms or any offers. Oh, because earlier he said he was not going to worry about comps.
Yeah. Now
That's what I'm saying. After that first visit,
I don't.
That's been my. I
Well,
don't
my-
get anything
my-
from anybody.
I bet you I haven't played at a Caesars property since last DiceCon. I'm gonna go online and look and see. I played most of the time downtown in Independence, and I haven't played at a Caesar or MGM property since 2 DiceCons ago. So I'm gonna reach out to them and see what they may offer, because I might have 1 or 2 nights with Bonnie Boo when she flies into town before we go on our
Do you
cruise.
hear that ticking noise?
Yeah, I hear it ticking. Maybe that's why we were getting the boom, boom, boom. Maybe that's why everybody's call. Cut off my mic and see if it's from me.
Yeah, I did.
I still hear it.
No, I'm still hearing it. Are you hearing it? Give me a thumbs up.
Yeah. Still hear it.
I muted the Bluetooth channel, and it went away. So there's definitely
Maybe the
something there.
Bluetooth is what's causing it to cut in.
Yeah,
and
I
out.
think so. I gotta get it hardwired.
It still doesn't
do this
explain
again.
Brian's really, off the grid.
Yeah, he sounded like
voice.
yeah.
Hey, I'm Brian from Holy Roller. Whatever. But no, that was bad
Let's
impersonation.
see. Joe, being retired, was able to take 4 free cruises. Nice. There
Boom
you go.
shakalaka.
And that, I mean, my life would have never. I would have been. Well, it was. I never took a cruise until I was an empty nester this past year.
Okay.
My last kid went to college and empty nest, so that's why I was able to go on 5 of them. Might as well use the free nights through VDT. What's VDT? Oh, Vegas Day Tripper.
Yeah, maybe that.
Even if I have a reservation like tomorrow for Aria Sky Suites, I'm not going to worry about burning my comps if the money goes right or wrong at the tables. Yes, so he's saying if he goes and plays, he's not going to play in a way that I've got to earn my
Yes.
status again here.
Yeah.
To earn it back. Yeah. You shouldn't. I don't know why I made it a caveat for you shouldn't pay for play for comps. But I have justified it for cruises because I feel like it is worth it there.
You're with the cruises like I am with the ATS and the House Edge. Everything's got to be low for me, but for whatever reason, if I get a little up, it's like different on the ATS.
Yeah. Let's see. The best way to make a 7-night cruise feel like 14-night is a long afternoon nap. Yeah, split the days in two.
Yeah, that's very true.
Overthinking comp play is killed by bankroll in prior years. This year, I don't care about the comps, and I am already net positive every chip. Well, you gotta love that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's awesome.
Still coming to Reno, Jen? I haven't been going out to the casinos, but last time I just stumbled across Jen, and she was there playing a don't on a bubble machine and cleaning up. She was doing good.
Hey, good for her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see. Let's keep going through the comments.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, I mean, you could call in, but it hasn't been working too well, so we'll see.
Well, we'll try.
Yeah, we'll
keep
try.
Trying. Yeah.
I was booking the room for fun, as I don't need a room. Just wanted to get. Yeah. If I'm up after 30 minutes, I feel like leaving. I'm out.
That's when most people like me who are coming from out of town.
Yeah, it's a different situation.
Yeah.
We talked about that before. If you're on vacation or you've traveled very long, it's, 30 minutes. Sure, you're up, but you came to play. So unfortunately, it's a little difficult as opposed to, living in the area or something like that. Any $5 tables downtown? I don't know of any beyond Downtown Grand. I don't know if anyone else is advertising $5 tables.
Even in the morning?
Yeah.
Everybody starting out at 10?
I haven't seen or heard it. They're still doing 10s.
Okay.
But yeah, last time I was in Vegas, I went to Downtown Grand and played it. $5 table, I wouldn't say you get what you pay for.
I had a bad experience there.
It is not good. I went there and played. But it's still $5 and still won. But the dealers hate it there. The box man
is obnoxious.
Is a jerk.
They yell at you. They count down backwards from 7.
It is.
Why are you starting from 7? First of all.
Yeah, they're trying to. I think the management upper is trying to hey, let's get players on. So let's lower the price to $5, and then players go in and be like, I'd rather go play $10 at the dozen other casinos 100 feet away because this is not. So
they chased off 3 or 4 of us. Gray from Great Craps. Me, Gallagher, excuse me, and it was terrible. So yeah, I would not.
So
I'll pay it. Yeah.
And $5, is it worth it? I don't know. I have gone back again to play it just for $5 because it is such a significant bankroll saver, but you have to put up with the crew there.
I won't do it.
Yeah,
I'd rather lose.
Jim has better standards.
Yeah. If I wanted to get yelled at over $5, I'd go order something at a fast food place or something.
We got another caller here on the line. You're live with Jim and Jeremy. Who do we have with us? Oh. I forgot. I
you put him on mute.
Still muted because it was clicking before. I'm sorry. Who do we have with us?
You got Joe in Maryland.
Hey, Joe.
Hey, Joe. Good to hear your voice.
How you doing, guys?
Excellent.
Very good.
I've gotten to the point where I don't really care about free cruises because I get offers in the mail every week.
That's right. That's what I was saying.
So we're on our 5th cruise for the year, and April we'll wind up getting another freebie because we hit the numbers. It's great when you're retired.
A little easier when you're retired. Yeah, I totally agree.
Do you typically do the
for sure.
cruises out of Florida?
I've been doing them out of Baltimore.
Okay.
Now,
I'm only an hour and a half from Baltimore, so that makes it easy for us.
Well, 2 things, Joe. One is Carnival started going out with the home ported the Sunshine out of Norfolk, Virginia, and it's going out. It goes to Bahamas and to Bermuda. And then the other thing I was going to tell you, I think Royal announced this week or this past week, I heard on one of the cruise channels that they're pulling out of Baltimore.
Yeah, at the end of 26, I'm gonna pull out and
Oh,
go down
okay,
to Fort
26. So
Lauderdale with the
down a
Vision.
ways. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, the only cruising out of Baltimore is I only got New England out to Bermuda, down to the Bahamas. So there's the very few choices in travel. But an hour and a half from home, I can't come.
yeah. Do you like
Yeah.
But I will go to Norfolk if they start there.
Do you like the New England cruise?
The New England cruise is fine.
That's why I've kind of looked at the itinerary.
Yeah,
I'm
my
like,
wife-
I don't know.
Yeah, my wife is not the happiest traveler. She goes along to keep me company.
Mm.
You do a lot of excursions when you go up to New England, or what do you just walk around when you get off the ship?
3 maybe.
Okay.
Last time we went, we were able to visit some friends from college up in Boston, and we spent the day with them.
Awesome.
So if you don't mind me asking, how much do you typically play to keep these free cruise offers coming in?
Well, on my last trip, I only played maybe $600,
Total?
and I started out ahead and then went down and lost maybe 300.
Yeah, okay.
But I was getting drinks at the bar all trip long, so
There you go.
the scotch pulls up after a while.
Yeah, that's one thing at Prime. Once you do hit the 2,500, at least on Royal Caribbean, you get free drinks in the casino. So I'm always going through there and getting drinks for my. We just go through
Diet Cokes, yeah.
Yeah,
You get
well,
Diet
even
Cokes for free?
yeah, we get sodas, and then we'll get like we're not drinkers, so we'll get virgin strawberry daiquiris or whatever.
Okay.
All kinds of stuff.
I go in and get one for my wife, and then 5 minutes later, I go back and get one for me. And then
Yeah.
once I'm at the table, they just keep going around, and
Yeah.
they know exactly what you want.
Yeah, and if you
And,
do drink
the
alcohol, it's
only
a really
problem
great
with-
deal because those are expensive.
Oh, on the
otherwise.
cruises.
The only
definitely.
problem with Vision of the Sea is that very seldom do I have any real players. And I wind up with maybe me and one other person.
Yeah.
And I try and chat with the dealers. Fortunately, the dealers and the pit crew are good. And I just slow the game down and chat more than I throw the damn dice.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I've been on a couple like that where you end up it's just not, two or
The
three
whole
people
point of the
maybe at
game is
table.
is the
Yeah, you want a
excitement
full
of the
table
table.
and have some
Yeah,
fun,
everybody
so.
yelling, but
Yeah.
no good with just a couple three.
Yeah, and this whole problem goes back to my end giving me a free cruise.
Oh, okay.
When I wanted Craps for the Cure.
Oh, okay.
So he started my addiction.
Yeah, well, that's two of us that have to blame Brian for everything now. All right.
Yeah,
Well,
I'm trying to get him and his wife to come to Baltimore and sail with us one time before they shut down.
I'm definitely
I
going
don't know
to
if he could handle Vision of the Seas.
I'm definitely going to do the Baltimore to Bermuda. My wife has been there a couple times at Bermuda. I've never been, but she goes, it's amazing.
Oh,
Bermuda.
it's
We gotta
wonderful.
go, so.
It's wonderful. The snorkeling and
Bermuda
everything.
is so nice because it's clean and the people are polite. It's not
And
like going to St. Thomas.
you park for three nights, and then you can get off and on the ship all
Yep.
you want to. It's
okay.
incredible. It's incredible. You don't feel like you have to rush,
Gotcha.
and then get back. It's an incredible way to do it. So,
The-
hey, let me
The
know when
last
Jeremy
time
does
we
it.
were there,
Go ahead.
the last time we were there, my wife and I were sitting on the dock of the bay, and the dealers got off the ship to go have lunch, and all of a sudden, hey Joe, how you doing? So, really nice climate on board the Vision. I have to say that much.
Nice.
Good job. And
All right,
Joe's
well,
one of
appreciate
our
you calling
great.
in.
Yeah, he's one of our great club members too.
Yeah,
I played with
absolutely.
him
We'll talk to you soon.
up in Delaware.
All right, guys, take care. I'm
Good
glad this
seeing
is
you.
working.
Yes,
Kind of working.
kind of work.
Right? Is that what he said, guys?
Yeah, he's glad it's working. But I think it's the interruption is that chip.
Yeah, it must be there. It's definitely the. It's not like you can change settings on your Bluetooth thing. I mean, I guess I can disconnect and reconnect, but
Could try
Actually,
that and see if that would do
me-
anything.
yeah, forget this device. pop through some comments?
Oh yeah, I'll do that while you're doing that. Sure. Let's see. Brian said, "Hey, you just earn a free certificate on each free cruise." Yeah, so perpetual winnings there. And then you had the last comment with Vegas Day Tripper, and said, let's see what he said. By the way, just stay a free agent. You can play and leave whenever. Yeah, that's the one good thing. If you just pay for the hotel room yourself, then you don't feel obligated to stay and play at that property before you go out to another property. And Joe said being retired, he's able to do all those cruises a year. We talked about VDT, Vegas Day Tripper. Long afternoon. Oh, there's been a lot of comments.
Yeah, here's one. What did Sam play with you?
No.
Is he one of the? But he's experienced the grand. It sounds like.
yeah. That great, especially with him, SJ being a dice setter. Mm-hmm. They don't mind you dice setting, but you launch them within 7 seconds, or else they're going to be, telling you like it is.
Yeah, we mentioned this before. Palms is now a casino that says $5 all the time. I think South Point's another one who's now advertising $5.
Here's one here about Plaza. We'll have a $5 table as a Neo. $5 table in the early morning, but it will be quick. Yeah. Once a bunch of people, say if you get there before breakfast or whatever, then you can play on there.
Well, Peppermill Reno does that. It's $3 until someone comes up to the table. Or the second person, and so once like two people are there, then it goes to $5, and then later on they'll go to $10. But yeah,
okay,
I think that's fair,
And this one was the El Cortez. We'll have reserved or half reserved at $5 minimum if you can guarantee the number of players. Huh?
Yeah, they're definitely. I'm calling everyone downtown for DiceCon to see if anyone will be willing to give us tables.
Yeah. Let's see what else we got.
I looked upon a $10 table Luxor in the afternoon during a convention. Some of the best craps I've played on the strip.
$10. Wow.
Yeah, usually Luxor and Excalibur are always $10.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, it's been a while since I stayed at the Luxor. Let's see. What's that other? What about this comment down here? It said, I don't think the El Cortez has a $5 table now, but their pit got cut in half because of the renovations. Yeah, have you been down there since they started all that construction and stuff?
No. I like the old
I was going to say, that was your...
I love that it was like an old, dumpy, old school, original 1950s place, but I guess parts of it are really nice. I've seen glimpses of it in people's videos because it's real YouTuber friendly, I guess. And so,
yeah, if you have I've seen a lot of guys like
a lot of people get to film there.
Go in there and they'll put, hey, here's $6,000 on one hand of blackjack or whatever.
yeah,
all those.
They're pretty YouTuber friendly, which is smart. I think everyone should allow filming because it's just great marketing for them.
Oh yeah.
Any chance casinos and cruise casinos don't use clean dice?
First off, it's on a moving ship anyway. Even if the dice were perfectly balanced, they're that if they didn't use clean dice, it might actually help us. Because the ship's listing and going forward and back and everything. I don't know. I would
say in America, because they fall under
different flags,
authorities and stuff, like there's no chance. For one, the game's already rigged, so they don't have to cheat to win.
Right.
If they got caught cheating, they would, they don't want to lose their license, right? This isn't the mob days where they did cheat,
Yeah.
But I mean, international cruises, all these things offshore. I wouldn't play online casinos and offshore gambling really with any real money because of there's no authority or issue. But the dice, I mean, I don't know why they would go through the effort to try to. If the dice are rigged, how are they rigged? They're going to bring up certain numbers. You're going to see that pattern, start betting on those numbers. So,
yeah. So if it was like 5 and the one dice was the 5 and the other one was the 2 and gives you 7, then everybody piles
Yeah,
on the
everyone
dark. You
become a
switch
dome
them out.
player or whatever,
Yeah.
But you know how long it takes you to recognize that. But yeah, I mean, the game's rigged enough that I don't see a reason why they would go through the worry or bother or what bad customer relations is that? I talk about marketing or whatever. If they got even a hint or a whiff of this cruise line or this ship plays dirty, no one will play again ever.
Yeah.
Like
They
would
wouldn't even
ruin
go.
their-
They wouldn't even go play on the slot machines because if they can cheat on dice,
Yeah, they would
They-
kill their
yeah.
golden goose,
Goose.
right?
I agree on that. I don't think there's any chance.
You do see them when they open the table, you know, putting the calipers on them and stuff like that. But they might be doing that for show, Brian.
Who calibrates the calipers? The calipers. You know, you gotta check on that too. You know, is it a show? Is it real? Who knows? I don't
It
know.
has been fun. If we could try someone again, I did disconnect and reconnect, but I'm definitely not going to. We won't do another episode through Bluetooth. I definitely have to get it hardwired. Let's make sure.
Do you have an old-fashioned landline phone in that house, or is that house built before all
No,
that
there's
was?
there's
yeah.
no such
Okay.
landline thing.
Okay.
But either way, I would have to plug it into the soundboard. That way, you know, it can come.
Because I have a landline phone still in this house. You know, when I did the $300,000 retro to put in the nice paneled.
Well, can you route
panel.
it through your system and get?
I
it
don't
on the air
know.
with
I
both
got
of
to
us?
figure. I don't know. I could route to the phone, and then we got to figure out how to get to the phone. Yeah, you're right.
No. Yeah, I just got to get the cable that works, and we'll be golden. I hope
Okay.
so.
Okay, but you
Anyway,
do want
but it has
somebody
been
to
fun
call
hear
in.
from
Yeah.
callers. It's so
You
much
do
better
want
than
somebody
just
to
a
call
little
back
text
in.
that scrolls through. Yeah, they can. Anyone's free to call back in. Let me get rid of this comment so we show the number.
Mm-hmm. So
And this
again,
will be the same number, and we're going to be live every Sunday. Well, most Sundays.
and if we get it working, maybe we can actually have a caller segment as a part of the.
Yeah, certainly.
show.
Like, either we'll take calls depending on what the theme is, and then the monster
Yeah, the monster roll.
will be. Why not just take calls instead of people?
Yeah,
texting,
and some people might want to text and
Yeah,
comment
yeah.
that way, and some people might want to call in. But that number, in case you're wondering, is 678-723-1112.
Does it just
Sick.
roll off the tongue?
Yeah, it
I know
rolls
it's
off
a
the
little
tongue.
weird because it's not, your
Chopped up.
normal
Yeah.
334 pattern of a phone number, but
But again,
I
if you
picked this
think
one.
about it, you
Yeah.
think about it, he's right. The 6, 7, and 8 are the most common numbers to roll on the dice. 7 is the most common number, and then the horn numbers 2, 3, 11, 12.
which are the least common. So
Which are the least common,
We did both
yeah.
ends.
Yeah, that was nice.
I should tell my wife, call.
Oh, that would be great.
She just landed. She's working. She was delayed, I don't know, at least an hour because it was so windy flying out of here, out of Reno. Actually, tonight was her first time ever. Her layover was in Reno.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so her work trip actually was in Reno, and she could have went to the hotel with the rest of the crew, but I picked her up and she decided to go home.
Sleep in her
Mostly
own
because-
bed. Yeah.
Yeah, mostly because, like, I was gonna go meet her at the hotel, and then we'd have breakfast on the river there in downtown Reno. But because I was under the weather, she's like, I'll just come home and make you breakfast. So I really appreciated that. That was nice of her. But flying out is so windy today. We get that sometimes because we're right here up against the Sierra mountains, and so sometimes we get 30, 50, 60 mile per hour wind gust on just a regular day.
So she got stuck there, basically.
Yeah, she got stuck waiting, but she finally got out, and it was probably very bumpy.
Oh, wow.
Getting up in the air, but she made it.
Okay, good.
Mm.
And feel free, we got anybody listening still? Let's see what we got.
Yeah, we got some.
Got
out
a
there
few
still
people. So
hanging
yeah,
in
if
there.
anybody's there, even if we heard from
This
you, we just
wasn't
went-
officially a cruise show, but I don't know where it
No.
started off. Someone mentioned comps or cruises, but it's always a good topic, I guess.
Yeah.
Oh,
Podcast.
here we go. I wish it didn't say. I got to figure out how that part works too. So I open the line, and then I got to switch it over to the Rodecaster. Hello, you're on the air with Jim and Jeremy.
Hi, it's Tim Manigan.
Tim, hey.
Hey, Jeff. Thanks for calling back.
Yeah, just testing your connection.
Well, tell us a little more about.
How about this? What was your favorite? Because you went to DiceCon for the first time last year. What was your favorite memory, or some of your favorite memories of DiceCon? So that way we can see if it cuts you off mid-sentence.
Oh, actually, it was making a bunch of new friends. Wary Buyer and Magellan. I hung out with them most of the time, and it was and Magellan's wife.
Yep.
And the four of us kind of just bounced around, and we keep in contact, pretty much on a weekly basis.
Through Discord?
Texting.
Oh,
wow.
So you took it offline in real life. Okay, very nice. Yeah, I love to hear that. And by the way, your test is working flawlessly, Jim.
Yes.
It's not cutting it. So
we can make this work.
Yeah, but it's like how I don't know if
until
we hear it cutting in and out.
But you do know if you disconnect and then connect,
restart
apparently that'll work.
So it could be a good backup option.
Yeah, maybe that'll help.
But yeah, it worked flawlessly. We heard every word,
syllable, and you
clean.
Sound somewhat normal.
Yeah.
So, no, I'm teasing. You sound very normal. Yeah, very normal. Having met you in person, yeah.
Are you coming to DiceCon again this year?
Yeah. I am. I got the hotel and the flights and the shirts. Just waiting to get the ticket.
Very nice. Yeah, I'm. We're getting closer, so I'll get those out sooner than later.
I know you mentioned was it Casino Quest and the new location? Is the rest of it going to be downtown?
I don't know how much there is going to be, but probably focused down there. For instance, the closing event will be downtown. The final dinner, and then I'm going to be. I have been and will continue to call all the downtown casinos to try to get reserved tables for us. Whether I throw in an extra event somewhere, I may or may not even do that this year. For instance, like Tuesday, I don't know why I would all of a sudden now do something down on the Strip. I don't know. So it'll probably be downtown focused. I tend to do it. It's just cheaper gambling. It's easier access. It seems to be, because everything's in walking distance. And if you don't like downtown Grand, like Jim, you just walk to the next one.
Hey,
right?
you go to some. Now I will say
there's
this:
some food options that are cheaper. It's not like
with that plaza. Maybe we could get a group together and meet in the morning and have a $5 table or maybe
but
two.
like they said, a couple go and then they raise it up, which is fine. But no, I haven't called the plaza yet. Someone has is using one of their contacts to talk to them.
Okay. So
I'm waiting to hear back from the plaza, but yeah, I will have contacted everybody and see what they can do for us. But it's tough, we're a large group.
Yeah, we're big.
I was surprised last year that you only had the opening day and then the pre-opening and then the opening and then the closing. I'm like, wow, I was expecting more, but it was nice that just organically through Discord that groups got together and went to one casino or this casino or that casino, and it was a good time.
Yeah, the first and second year, I think I scheduled a lot of different activities, and what I found was 10 people would sign up and go to it, and it was a lot of effort for not much participation. And I found
for the
out,
juice, yeah.
Yeah, so it does, like you said, organically, people would be like, hey, there's 4 of us, let's go do this. Or, everyone would kind of split up. So it just gives us, hey, this is a week when everyone's in town. We all know we're in town. It's easy to contact each other. And it gives you the flexibility to really do whatever you want instead of me trying to hey, I think the Ferris wheel might be fun or the Mob Museum might be fun or whatever. It's literally let's get together once, spread out, do whatever you want, have a good time, go with the kind of the people you kind of connect with. And then again, we meet at the end. So it's worked out where I really think this kind of format is nice as opposed to.
So you think you're going to go with one event at the beginning and one event at the end?
Yeah, we have the opening event at Casino Quest. dinner is 99% locked in.
Okay.
Whether I fill in the middle, again, becomes the question of, are people going to participate, or is it kind of,
It might be nice to try. I don't know. I like,
Yeah.
because there's a lot of solo people, and you got good verbal game like Jeff. You can make some friends and stuff, but some of the loners might.
No,
lone
I get
wolves
that.
might-
And
yeah,
having
yeah.
activities kind of gives them a chance to meet some more people. So that's why I'm thinking, yeah, it would be nice to throw in some. But again, if I try to keep it more downtown, it's such a small area that you're going to bump into people even
Yes.
if you're by
Yeah,
yourself.
that's true. That's true.
So
That's true.
you just,
Yeah.
with the 100 of us spread out between those 10 dozen casinos down there, no matter which one you were going to walk into, you're probably going to see someone
Run
with
into
a
some
jersey
people.
or someone you recognize. So
Yeah.
I have found it works pretty good with the very, very light schedule. So I don't know if that's good or
Do you
bad.
think you'll
but
have
it is what it is.
do you think you'll have a pre-opening like you did last year at Ellis?
Yeah,
Or anywhere?
Yeah, if I can get probably a table reserved. I've been asking people, hey, even Monday morning work would work great. So that would probably be the pre-event. Would be, hey, meet at such and such at a reserved table.
That
as a
would be cool if you
pre-event.
had a pre in the morning. That would be cool.
Because opening event is 6 o'clock at Casino Quest. So
Excuse me.
Oh, 6 p.m. Yeah.
yeah, so and it goes people. So I know a lot of people flew in the day before, so now they could travel in actually on Monday.
Yeah, I'm actually coming in Saturday this time because I wanted to make sure I was there in time for the pregame. So,
And I've actually, DiceCon used to be on a Sunday, and I moved it to a Monday just because of that, because most people would be like, well, if it starts Sunday, I got to come in Saturday, right, to make sure I'm there. And the price difference between Saturday and Sunday in Vegas, significant, right?
Yeah.
The hotels will cut 75%. And airfares, I don't know that those change too much, but just to accommodate. So people now, they're like, okay, if it starts on Monday, a lot of people will come in on Sunday, but the hotel prices are significantly reduced compared to having to pay for a Friday or Saturday night in Vegas.
Oh yeah,
So,
they're expensive.
yeah.
Yes, they are.
That's the plan.
Okay.
All right.
Good. Thanks
Well,
for
I hope
letting us
I
test
hope
it
you
out
could
again.
Understand me.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
it came in loud and
All
clear.
right.
Perfect this time. Appreciate you calling back.
Bye, Jeff.
No problem.
Yeah, flawless. Beautiful.
Yeah. So it only took an hour and 17 minutes, but we're there.
Yeah, but that's not reliable. If I have to go, okay, the first caller is no good, and then
Yeah.
then I have
well,
to disconnect.
well, maybe we
reconnect.
can. Was the first caller when we tried it on our pre-test? Was that person choppy?
No, that wasn't. So
Hmm.
not until we started the show, and then all the calls were choppy. So
Yeah. Until the last one. Oh, this is a good comment.
Oh.
Where is it at?
I think we both tried to pull
Oh,
it up.
we clicked on the same time.
Hey,
Yeah. Move to Monday was genius and much
Genius.
appreciated.
Thank you.
Yeah, I actually flying in on Saturday because I already got my ticket, and it was cheaper to fly in on Saturday for some reason for me. So it's kind of
Jeff is
strange.
officially our most frequently caller. He's our biggest.
Oh yeah, he's running it up now.
running up the score.
Yeah.
Yeah, when I did it, I was like, okay, I kind of want, it's got to be the weekend, but I kind of wanted to avoid the weekend prices. So I'm like, Sunday through Tuesday, right, is a good.
Yeah.
But then I found out, like, well, people have to take off work anyway,
Yeah.
but they're coming in on that expensive Saturday. So then I'm like,
Yeah.
well, people have to take off work anyway. Let's make it Monday through Wednesday.
And it's probably easier to make a deal on some of them slower nights for you as far as reserved tables and
Yeah.
things like that. So,
Yeah, because I mean, when I finally do get a hold of someone, they're like, oh my gosh, you're going to bring in a bunch of people on a not Friday or Saturday night. We love you.
Yeah. Hopefully they'll still love you this year. So
Yeah. I hate that I have to start over. It's like the turnover too in management is crazy because it's like, hey, can I talk to so-and-so? And they're like, they don't work here anymore. It's like constant every year. I'm like, all right, start over.
It's
Who
Groundhog
can I-
Day. Yeah. Hi, I'm Jeremy. I've got a YouTube channel with da 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 da. Yeah.
Yeah, Joe. Everyone until that final call was no good. So unfortunately, it was on my end, and hopefully if we hardwired, it'll be better. But yeah, only that last call from Jeff is going to be clean. Everything before that was all distorted.
we should give everybody another shot at it, so that way we can get to know their real voices and everything. But
I
yeah,
would, but
yeah, I
we've
know.
already-
He's getting
we've been
it.
running.
I'm messing around. I'm messing.
you got
around.
school in the morning, don't you?
Oh, I do. Yeah.
Yeah, and I got some work to do. So,
Yeah.
but it has been, I think, a successful test. We found out it didn't work to a degree.
Let's see.
There we
What
go.
is it? Works great, optimal for me. Well, thank
Yeah.
you very much, Jason. That was very nice. So, yep, it's interesting. It's a lot. I like the podcast because you get to hear Jeremy off script. He's very sincere in everything he does, but when he's doing his videos, for the most part, we're looking at his hands. And I will say this: your dealer skills have greatly improved through the years because now you're using both hands in your videos, where before you used to be right hand. I guess it was right hand dominant, or maybe it was the left. I don't remember.
I don't know.
Anyway, one of them I didn't see.
I
very
still
often.
have to lean on the table to reach stuff because I don't have a
cut.
real rail to lean on
Uh-huh.
to balance me. So if I bend over, like I can't. Yeah, so that's why
We'll have to get
I
you
still use my
another
hands.
piece of 2x4 or something. Maybe stand.
Yeah, I should. It's probably time for me to advance.
Have a
my
rail.
homemade
Have a
table.
rail. Okay. Yeah, because and that would, the most popular. I told you what the most popular words on your videos are. The three most popular words are nope, not gonna happen. So I guess that's 4, and then the other one is dice off the table.
Yeah.
So very popular words. But you could stop one of them anyway.
I'm
in my
not.
opinion.
I can't stop the dice off the table. I think that's just a.
A natural occurrence.
Well, I do. I mean, over the year, after a while, I mean, in the first couple of years, I'd made excuses, right? And then after a few years, I'm like, dice go off the table
All
It's
the
just-
time.
It's part of I'm bringing realism
Yeah.
to the YouTube.
How many
environment.
times do you dump the bowl, then you end up with just 2 dice in your videos? It does happen.
Maybe
sometimes,
once.
sometimes you're
I've
reaching
hit.
down.
I've getting
and-
down to 3 dice multiple times for sure, where I've lost 2 dice. But yeah,
You'll pick them up though too. So that's kind of like priming the pump a little bit. Yeah.
yeah.
That-
see, it helps
yeah.
with the immersion. It really brings you in.
Oh my gosh. It makes feel like. His next comment is great. So it makes him feel like he's at the casino.
See?
Exactly.
See? That's
It's
what
part of the
I'm
experience.
bringing immersion, Joe.
Yeah.
Thank you, Dewey, for a little
Oh
support
yeah.
there.
Dewey's got your back today when I'm trying to punch. Yeah, that's funny. That's funny. Well, anything else you want to wrap up with this rolling the dice with live? I think you did a great job as far as taking in the calls. We could understand most people in spite of the choppiness, all that kind of stuff. But
I think it will work.
we
I
should
don't know if people
experiment again. Yeah.
I don't know if people were tried
Engaged.
calling and they got
Yeah.
busy, or it went to voicemail. I can check, and maybe some voicemails were left or whatever. But
That could be another thing. We could have the phone number, and you could. I know on a couple of the podcasts that we both listen to, they have people leave in little comments.
yeah,
and
I
things.
certainly think people will kind of do that naturally over time. I'm like, oh, I missed it, but they still dialed in because I did leave a voice recording. Hey, you've reached Color Up Podcast. We're live Sundays, 8 p.m. Eastern, or feel free to leave a message and maybe we'll share your message on the show. So that's an option too. It's not necessarily a live only, but I think that would make us unique if we did take live, because I don't know anyone who takes live calls.
Yeah, that would be really cool if we could do that. And I know what. Yeah, I was getting ready to say, go ahead with that one.
But yeah, I think overall it would be. I think it'll add to the show and it'll be fun, even if we just do it during the Monster Roll
Yeah.
session, or if someone really is like, hey, I want to add to this conversation of whatever our topic or theme is, and then hopefully I can fix it so it's not bad quality.
Yeah.
So,
Well,
yeah.
it'll get better. It'll definitely get better. And Joe, you're right. For Wary Buyer Ken, that miking or micrometers and all that stuff to check the dice. Yeah. Different weights.
Yeah, you usually find that if you're not getting authentic dice. So officially,
Was it
there's
0.775?
Yeah, well, there's two different sizes that casinos use: the .750, which is 3/4 inch, and the .775. So there's two different sizes,
Okay.
and then there's two different manufacturers.
All right.
I think GPI, and then Midwest sold to, or Midwest here in America was the only American manufacturer sold to. I forget the company.
But it's not in
TCS.
Is it still in the?
It's like an
Is it
English
still in
company.
the States?
They still manufacture them in the States. They're owned from an English company now, or actually, I think they got bought by a Japanese company. But yeah,
Are we-
Midwest dice,
Are we going to have tariffs on the dice now, Jeremy?
very
Is it
possibly.
coming?
I don't know. But
Okay.
anyway, those are really the only two manufacturers that casinos order from. And the
Okay.
one, you'll see some of us every once in a while get orders from Midwest. Those were authentic casino dice. So there are two different weights there between those two manufacturers, the two different sizes, and then it's a whole different ball game when you order. Like my last order, I ordered
Amazon
from
or
China
whatever.
or
Yeah.
Amazon or whatever. Those are all usually manufactured overseas. You usually see those listed as 19 millimeter. If it says millimeter, you know they're not authentic casino dice.
Okay.
And those weights vary pretty significantly because they just don't have the quality standards that the two main manufacturers that the casinos use do. Jason said to keep up with call-in sessions.
Yeah, it'll get
They'll
smoother.
go smoother. Yeah.
Yeah.
I actually just sent him a pen.
Did you?
Yeah, check this out.
All right. Here we go.
I guess this is a reveal. Maybe I should take it out of the bag here.
Reduce the glare. And we see a dark spot. All right, right there you got a little light on it. It's red.
Yeah.
Got some silver, white lettering on it. And it's got two pins on the back. What does it say? Color Up in red.
It says Color Up Club, established 2020, and has a dice with 5 pips on it.
Okay.
I just sent this out to Jason because he has been a Green Club member 5 years. So I really appreciate Jason. He is one of the OGs. I think there's 8 of them that got sent this pin, have been part of the club for 5 years.
That's awesome.
Their anniversary is in February. I sent a little late on March, halfway through March.
Yeah.
But February, 5 years. So Jason is a long time supporter. So really appreciate him. So it's cool to see him. And I don't remember him being in the podcast.
No, I don't.
before,
I don't remember JD like that.
Yeah, he seems to enjoy them, and he says to keep up the call-in session. So very cool. But yeah, so this should be in his mailbox very soon. But he's one of the OGs. So Jason, thank you.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Woohoo! Thanks, Jeremy.
Yeah, he wears his bucket hat to DiceCon every year, and he's got all the pens. So you'll have one more this year for DiceCon.
Oh, it's that Jason.
Yeah.
Oh, Jason, what's up, man?
See, that's the thing. Everyone's
with
their
Discord
screen
names and then
Discord
screen
real
names,
name.
all that. That's like hell. Okay.
Yeah, but he is JD Brightwood on
Yeah.
YouTube.
Very good. Yeah. Now it's all making sense. I could be talking to somebody and I've known them for years, and
I do it all the time.
like Joe, and Ken and Jeff, between Tin Man, Wary Bauer, everybody's got their code names and stuff. So interesting.
Oh, I guess I just showed that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, a semi-success, I would say. I know it wasn't topic driven, but we love to hear from you guys, the listeners, and good experiment. Found out what didn't work, what did. I think. Hopefully I can get it corrected for next week, and my voice will be a little stronger. And,
Yes.
And yeah, we'll be back at it next week.
So until then,
good luck on coloring up.
there you go. Bye, everybody. Thanks for jumping in.